Today's our chapter is motion. So first first of all you come to the what is motion. So it is written that when a body changes its position with respect to its surrounding with time, then the body is said to be in motion. Rest. When a body does not change its position with respect to its surrounding with time, then the body is said to be at rest. So come to this picture. This is a scale. So this origin is a reference point. Reference point. This origin is called reference point. So if a body start moving from this point O, that is origin, which is acts as a reference point, and if its position changes with respect to its surrounding, means if say this reference point is a tree, so this reference point is a tree. So we take as a tree is a reference point. So a man start walking from this reference point, means this tree. If with a time, if this man starts from 1, this position 1, and after some time we see it comes to the another position, and after some time we can see that it start moving, its position changes, and after some time its position again changes, then we can say the body is in motion. And if the body start from 1 and after the time, if its position does not change with respect to the surrounding, then the body is said to be at rest. Now come to the scalar quantity. Scalar quantity, you know, the quantity which has only magnitude is called scalar quantity, and the quantity which has both magnitude and direction is called vector quantity. So we know there are two types of physical quantity, scalar quantity and vector quantity. Scalar quantity has only magnitude and vector quantity has both magnitude and direction. Example, the scalar quantity like distance, speed, current. Vector quantity, force, displacement, velocity. So vector quantity has a magnitude, means to change this type of quantity we have only one way to change the magnitude, and to change the vector quantity we have two ways. We can change magnitude or direction or both. So come to the definition. A scalar quantity which describes only magnitude is called scalar quantity. Vector quantity, a quantity which describes both magnitude and direction, is called vector quantity. Now again comes to the motion. There are two types of motion, uniform and non-uniform motion. Uniform motion and non-uniform motion. So it is written that when an object travels equal distance in equal interval of time, the object is said to have a uniform motion. Means when an object travels equal distance in equal interval of time, and when an object travels unequal distance in equal interval of time, then the object is said to a non-uniform motion. Now again comes to this scale. First you see that uniform motion. So let again see that we start from a reference point, that is tree, and this tree is situated at O, that O is at a reference point, and the man is starts moving from this tree reference point. So its starting point is origin O, where the tree is situated. After 1 hour, he able to walk 1 kilometer. After second hour, he able to walk again 1 kilometer. So he is now the 2 kilometer from the reference point. After 1 hour, he again travel 1 kilometer, then he is 3 kilometer away from this tree. After 1 hour again he comes to the again travel 1 kilometer. Now he is 4 kilometer away from this tree. So we can see that in every 1 kilometer, in every 1 hour, he is able to walk 1 kilometer. So the man is walking 1 kilometer in each 1 hour. So this type of motion is called uniform motion. Now come to the non-uniform motion. If the man again start from this reference point O, and in first hour he walk 1 kilometer, and in second hour he travels 2 kilometer. So in first hour he travels 1 kilometer, and in second 1 hour he travels 2 kilometer, and in third hour he again travel 1 kilometer. So we can see that the person travels different distance in equal interval of time. So this type of motion is called non-uniform motion. Now come to the distance and displacement. So distance, see here this picture, this red line is the distance traveled by the body. If the body starts moving from this point a body start moving this starting point A, and his path is marked with a red line. So the total path traveled by this body is the distance, and it's come to the another point B. So this is the starting point, and the body travels the distance to B. It means this is the path followed by this body. If I draw a line from A to B, the initial point to the final point, so this distance is called the displacement. The shortest distance traveled by this initial to final position. So come to again this the difference between distance and displacement. Distance is the length of the path traveled by the body, while the moving from an initial to the final position, that red dotted line here shows. Displacement is the shortest distance traveled by initial and final position of the body, the straight line. To second, it is a scalar quantity, means distance has only magnitude. It is a vector quantity, both magnitude and direction. It cannot be zero. Scalar quantity, the quantity which has scalar quantity cannot be zero, and displacement can be zero if the initial and final point is common, then it magnitude will be a zero. It is always positive. It can be positive or negative. Both scalar, both distance and displacement, SI unit of distance and displacement is meter. So this is the difference between distance and displacement. Now come to some important points that you can remember for the questions given in your book or NCERT book. Distance is always greater than or equal to displacement. You can see this red line is the distance and this straight line is the displacement. This distance is greater than displacement, but only one case if the body travel in a straight line. If the body travels in a straight line, then the distance, if the initial point is A and final point is B, and the body travels in this path, like you can see this scale. This is the reference point, starting point, and the body start moving in this path, that is straight line. So if we calculate distance, so this will be this distance, and if we calculate displacement, so initial point is this tree, final point is this man, so this is the displacement. So in this case the distance is equal to displacement. So when the body travel in the straight path, distance is equal to displacement. So it is written the distance is always greater than or equal to displacement. When a body travels in a straight path, distance is equal to displacement. Thank you.